to Friday Night Lights on Fox 12 Oregon, presented by Pacific Office Automation.
We went about 7 weeks without either, but rain is better than smoke. Week 8, Friday Night Lights. It was a wet one, and that's okay. Rain here, right here, especially after seeing so many football games and soccer matches postponed all week with that poor air quality. Breathe it all in for the penultimate regular season week of the high school pigskin regular season. How about that? Hero work is hard and often thankless, but Camas High taking care of the firefighters battling the Nakia Creek fire with a free meal and ride to the game from their camps. Thankfully, those first responders getting some relief with the rain. The game of the night annually in the Clark County, of course. 4A Greater St. Helens League, Titans and the rivals Union Camas flipped for it one time. The Papermakers had that rally for the ages 1 week ago. The Papermakers like to go big along Clackamas Creek. Taylor Yanni, Trenton Swanson. The Pop Warmer kids we featured way back in 6th grade, connected on a 60-yard connection and Yak down to the two-headed shooting score. Union now driving down a touchdown. Sam Spear, another one of those grade schoolers from the Camas Jets who went to nationals. Spear now a man. Fumble caused and recovered. There's T. Swans on it. Taylor knows Zach Blair is money in the bank, and Blair has that blood the maker's red. 23 yards, what a grab, 14-0. Now in the second quarter for the home team, Yanni's going to be on the move to last week's game-winning touchdown hero. Connor Limnell rings the bell, 21-0 last second. That's all you got to do. Taylor has grown up so much as a kid and as a quarterback. He then keep it for himself, made it 28-0, 49-13. Camas, the outright 4A GSHL champs, and remain home with Battleground for senior night, and draws Skyview, is who Union will get next Friday afternoon at Cagan's Bowl. And a soggy afternoon from McKenzie Stadium, Prairie, Evergreen, senior night, homecoming for the Plainsmen, E-way all day. Evergreen in the red zone 3 times in that first half, but unable to recover or cover any of them. Pearson LeMay with the big-time TFL on 4th and 19. Prairie had its own issues, kind of like driving in the rain again around here. Football can be tough when wet. Jonathan Landry, skills and drills, INT for EHS. Scoreless until the final minute of the first half. Braden Slamp, Aiden Miller, doing this all season long. A dynamic duo connects from 32 yards away. 21 ticks to play, 7-0 Prairie. And it's all about how you respond, right? You can't do better than this. Jonathan Landry, he is him. Slippery when wet. Kid can rip and kid can roll. And Photog, stay off the field, man. That's an 85-yard kickoff return for TD. But Prairie dampens homecoming 13-6. The Falcons now host Heritage for senior night. Kelso comes down to Mac. We could see a 3-way tie for 3rd place ahead of week 10, that postseason. And the big game in Oregon was for the Metro League title. Fox 12's Craig Bernbach live at Jesuit High as the 4th-ranked Crusaders tried to do what no one had been able to quite yet, Craig. Number 5 Mountainside, 7-0 on the season coming in season 4 of the program under John Mannion.
Yeah, Nick, we had a little bit of old school versus new school action here tonight, but in the end, it was good old Jesuit who just flat out ran over the not quite ready to contend Mountainside Mavericks. The Crusaders know where their bread is buttered, and it's with their crushing running game and big old number 34. Here's Philip Roth rumbling in for 5 to make it 7-0. Later, it's Roth again. This time, he sees a wide open hole, and he's gonna get gone. 80 yards to the house to make it 14-0. Home team. As my son Isaac likes to say, if you like a song, put it on repeat. And there's Roth again. He goes for 202 yards, all in the first half. But hey, Jesuit says, enough with the run. Let's let it fly. Jacob Hutchinson's going to throw it deep to Jay Spurton, who's going to hustle on in from 35 yards out to make it 28-3. Hey, let's cap this thing off with the birthday boy as Garrett Spear takes the short pass, and then he's going to break some hearts, break some ankles, break off a little something. He's into the end zone, and the Crusaders, well, they're cruising to a 40-10 Metro League victory. A lot on the line tonight. You guys certainly came out focused, didn't you?
Yes, sir, we did. We prepared well. Coaches kept us focused. Air quality stuff was weird, so we had to practice in the cafeteria in the gym, but coaches kept us motivated. Yeah, we did well.
80-yard run, what'd you see?
Just a wide hole. My boys up front did well. all I had to do was pretty much run straight.
Good old Peyton Roth rushed for 200 yards in a game for the 4th time this season. And tonight, Peyton did it all in the first half. Next up for Jesuit, they're going to finish off here at home in the regular season against Beaverton. Live from Jesuit High School, Craig Burnback, Friday Night Lights.
Fox 12 in the TRL. Both Lake Oswego and Tigard should find themselves in the OSWA Top 16 championship bracket at number 6 and 7. This was for second place in that Three Rivers League. Better be able to play defense. 6-0 in the second quarter. Liam Davis to Owen West, 15 yards. Methodically moved down the field. And then he found the tough stuff here. Matt Lane picks one. 30-yard score at 7-6 LO before the half. Now, the two power couples then traded interceptions in the second half and had a mammoth stare down the rest of the way. In the end, the Roadies grabbed the victory. A 14-6 final for LO 48. Rivalry week now awaits in week 9. Tualatin and Tigard, LO and Lakeridge. The Pacers out to keep up with number 1 Westland. Senior night for those Powder Blues. And boy, how good is Sam Levitt? Well, the future Coug went all wazoo on our camera guy, Eric Williams. Faking out him, and he's a pro. Stick with it like a pro. Levitt scoots and scores from 75, and the route was on around the lake. How about Kufi Kwame, a real stud for head coach John Eagle, so electric. Kwame in the return game. KK picks up about 55 yards. That kid's got a bright future. Same drive, Sam I Am feeds Ben Windham. He is. The junior tallies a 15-yard rushing score for the Lynn. Boy, and Levitt has weapons galore, right? Baron Naon, a super sophomore, tied in, nearing the dream skate. Just short of the goal line, though. Good for a 30-yard gain. From there, we get here. Mark Hamper, so good, racked up another 58-6. Lions now go to Oregon City for the 101st Battle of the Bridge. The Pacers head across the lake to LO. How about Clackamas Central Catholic? They've played for the Mount Hood Conference crown for years. The Rams needing 2 wins to secure the title as Conference Kings 4 years running. Feels like Crew Newman has been there forever. The junior quarterback, one of the best around, scooting around in the red zone, shooting beyond the fence. Extender. Soon, though, the Cardinal and Gold would be in the end zone. Newman, Solomon McDaniel, number 8, has been so darn great in the rain, the mist. Not a problem. They're back at the top of the mountaintop. Later, first down on 4th and 1. Newman ready to pound it across the goal line, but don't be caught off guard. Direct snap. Not at the quarterback, it's Cade Gellin, the Portland Pilots baseball commit. Little pop over the top to Mr. McDaniel. How do you like that? 49-7 CCHS, career coaching victory number 200 for Steve Pine. That's 21st in the all-time state list. His 2-time defending state champ Rams now head to David Douglas. Clack turns home with Reynolds. Well, that's one way to be cool on the drum line. Sebastian Brown going upside down. One final time at home this season for the seniors at Franklin High. Out to snap a 2-game skid. Roosevelt needed a win to clinch a playoff spot. First offensive play, Roosevelt from the 49. They feed number 23. Online rosters, they're dicey sometimes. We think this is Dontrell Betts, though. Takes off and goes all the way. Riders of the storm over the Lightning, 6-0. This, though, very defensive-heavy ball game as it was around the entire wet region. Back-to-back turnovers here. Franklin fumbled the punt return. Darren Bass Jr. recovered for the belt. That was followed up by an Ian Light INT for FHS. Now, Franklin's first score arrived soon after that. Jamal Brumfield, huge dude, huge play. No one can bring him down. Tack on 2, it's 8-6 home team in the driving rain. Final moments of that half, Roosevelt won't waste a second of it. Benjamin Wiener, Juan Campbell, good from 28. It is soup season. 12-8 RPHS, or I should say RHS at half. No final yet to be reported. Give us a call like the olden days. The PIL closes up shop next Friday. Franklin at Wells, Rough Riders back home with Grant to see how they'll split that league title potentially, depending on the outcome there. Well, they are who we thought they were. Not in Yamhill, but Putnam this week, crowning the Kingsmen live in Milwaukee. It's Fox 12's Paulina Aguilar on the 5A Northwest Oregon Conference as number 8 Canby came up to spoil senior night and homecoming for unbeaten Putnam. And boy, Paulina, it remains that way.
Well, the Kingsmen do indeed keep their win streak alive, and I know that it was senior night, but I got to give it to junior Jason Bowman, who was just on fire. He had over 100 total yards and 2 touchdowns, but he did not take all of the credit because he says it was all a team effort. Connor Bickford starting off his senior night with a straight shot to Tyler Creswick for the first 6 of the night. To the second, and it's a 1-point game. Putnam ball, Bickford goes right, creates some space, and the throw on the run. And Jason Bowman is there, and he turns on those afterburners. No one can catch him. Tonight, he totaled 148 yards. Still plenty of time left in the first. Kellen Oliver, the handoff to Parker Ackerman, gets over to that left side, and it's 14-13 Putnam. Bigford goes deep, and Bowman gets it. What a catch for his second TD of the night. Second half, Tyler Canold on the carry right up the middle. But the Cougars missed their second extra point of the night, and the Kingsmen send the Cougars on their merry way, 34-19.
Comes down to our whole team. It's not really just a me thing, it's a line, all the blocks. Runs are really just a team thing. It's just the mentality we have. We're all ready, every play, no breaks, just kind of a bunch of dogs out here.
Now, in case you didn't make that connection, Jason Bowman is the son of former Duck cornerback and former NFL player Rashad Bowman. So now we know where Jason gets his talents from. That'll do it for me here, live in Milwaukee. Paulina Aguilar, Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, James so good. His dad, a cornerback, so good too. Fox 12 in the Foxhole. It's always fun in the 5A Mid-Willamette. West Albany, the reigning champs from Silverton. They struck first, but the dogs came in barking, right? Tyler Hart McNally severed that leash, a 40-yarder to put West Albany into the lead. But the Foxes equally as fleet of foot. Alex Presidio putting the orange and black back in front, 15-yard score, 14-7 SHS. Soon it would be level, though. Lucas Hughes, big players, big plays in big games like this. Hughes in from 10, it's 14-14. West Albany also has Marcus Allen, Tecmo Bowl reincarnated. Allen for the first down by the goal line, and then the Hall of Fame name gets in from the 1. 21-14 Bulldogs, that would be huge. Sawyer Teeney, Cohen Mulick have been rocking it like this for years. A 15-yarder to get within 1, but the extra point would be blocked. So it remains 21-20. Teeney and Mulick trying to play hero ball. Chunk plays, line them up for the potential game-winning field goal. Move the sticks. West with the all-out pursuit to block that kick and preserve the win. Looked like Camden Johnson sacrificed that body to win it. 21-20 West. So nothing settled yet in the Mid-Valley quite yet. A trip to Lebanon next for the Foxes. West will host McKay in Week 9. And turning our eyes to Turner, the 4A Sky-Am League. Marist up from Eugene. The defending league champion Cascade Cougars out to upset the apple cart. But the Spartans, well-oiled machine. Jackson Gabo, goodbye. AJ Sargent. Sergeant, a little salute to boot. 37 yards on that real grass at Cascade. Marist, all about those explosion plays. 15 years ago, I was covering them, same thing. Real long spikes in the grass like that. That's Parker Nelson, gallops in from 37. Then the Cougs cash one in. Nolan Abrams, totally nuts. About payday. This Friday score for 6 from 4 yards out. It's 13-8. But Marist kept on living and loving on the road. Sergeant Gabo gassed it up back down I-5 before those Ducks and Bruins on Fox 12 Saturday at 12:30 will be there. 27-22 Spartans the final. That's a second straight league defeat for Cascade after winning 15 in a row. It'll be a big one next Friday for the Cougs in Staten. And times have been tough on the scoreboard from McNary High, but senior night in Kaiser, a big win for a Celtic kid from the class of 2023. That's Tyler Young. He's always wanted to play football. Well, the kid got his wish. Number 38 proudly put on that blue jersey tonight for the Seas against North Medford and got to run out to the inflatable helmet as an honorary player. Tyler will graduate in June from the DLC Special Ed program. We appreciate Cousin Tanya for sending in the pics and the vids. You can share your shots with us as well. Just take a shot of that QR code on the screen. We'd love to share it, love to see it, and take it live. I only got 1 itch and desire, though. Let me stand next to your fire. Well, they let it rip for senior night last night at Sandy. That's Wayne Zimmerman shredding the anthem. Nelson and the Pioneers for second place in the Mount Hood. The Hawks and Piles were both 4-1 coming in. Clear skies, better air, the only 6A game last night. It was a scoreless first quarter, but the Hawks on the punt and Pioneers would wave fair catch. But this is a crowded elevator. A lot of guys there. Ball bangs off the hands, recovered by Eli Stevenson to set up the visitors' first scoring drive. The Hawks soon found the paint behind number 12. This is in the dark. That's Jaden Seiler. 7-0 Nelson halfway through that second quarter. Sandy ball now in the Nelson 6. That's Garrett Willenberg's been a dude for years. Cowboy up, no resistance. 7-7, $1:30 left in half. Last snap of the quarter, look at this. Avery Durdahl, the sophomore sensation, to Reed Gray. 14-7 Hawks at half. Let's go third quarter. Little bird's eye view in the shadow of Mount Hood. Durdahl going for it all, and you can with guys like Max Kirsch. Max effort! High point that ball, and then Durdahl capped it off the loft to Big Mac. Luke Womack. Touchdown Nelson. And we got to show you this one too. Womack, impressive stuff. Just got to kind of shrug it off. Watch this go. 28-6, Adrian C. Nelson the final. Wow! The dream season for the Hawks continues in year 2 of the varsity program in Happy Valley. They are 6-1. And not only are we here at 10:30 on Fridays, also 10:30 every single Thursday this fall on Fox 12. You can always catch it again on KPTV.com and the Fox 12 app under the Friday Night Lights tab. If you ever miss this show or that show, you got no problem there. The Fox 12 YouTube channel is here. Like, subscribe, share, and care. And don't forget, we'll count down the best of what our Fox 12 cameras captured the past 2 nights during Sunday's 10 o'clock news with those 6 picks, plays of the week. Still to come, we head back inside for the brick oven. Bump, set, spike. Yeah, LaSalle Prep Senior will soon call South Bend, Indiana home. Plus more for those 2 live crews. Craig in the Metro League and Paulina with Putnam. Dry off, grab a snack, and Week 8 of Fox 12 FNL will return after this.
You're watching Friday Night Lights on Fox 12 Oregon, presented by Pacific Office Automation.